my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be picking out my March TBR. It feels very early to be picking out my March TBR, but I'm also going to be out of town the last week of February, and that is when this is going to go up. So I figured it would be better just to record it extra early and have as much time for editing it as possible. So even though I'm still very much in a Valentine's festive cutesy mood, I need to kick it into spring gear and think about reads for the spring, because the spring TBR is very long. I will have a video, I believe in April, about my spring TBR, or no, maybe it's March. Let me check. I have pre-written out all of my video topics for the rest of the year. But as much as I feel like that is such an accomplishment, I'm also gosh dang it. I shouldn't have done that. Oh no, it is next month. Yes. So later this month, not this month, later next month in March, I will be doing a spring TBR of all of the books I'm hoping to get in during the spring months. We'll see how that goes. But let's go ahead and get started on this TBR. So we have our 2 dice, and then we have our TBR board over here that will help us pick our 8 prompts for this month. So first roll, 2 and 4. 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, fun. So this is a Taylor Swift reading challenge board that I found on Pinterest forever ago. I don't think we've gotten this prompt at all, but I will put the graphic up on the screen so we can take a peek at that board together. There are a ton of prompts on it, and some of them are a little random, and some of them are actually on theme with well, they're supposed to all be on theme with her songs, but some of them feel more random than others. So looks like we have a ton of choices. I'm gonna look at these real quick and then decide. After taking a peek at the list and seeing kind of what all our options are, as much as I don't love admitting it, I feel like I want to go with a crime thriller, mystery. That is the no body, no crime one, is read a murder mystery or crime novel. As much as I am usually such a romance romantasy girl, I feel every spring I always have a resurgence of wanting to read mystery thrillers. And I also feel a lot of these prompts lean towards things I've been reading about a lot recently. There's one, a book featuring music. We just read Sounds Like Love. There is Celebrity Protagonist, When in Rome. We just read that one. There is multiple narrators. We've read multiple POV books. So I feel I feel the best fit is going to be in the mystery crime space. So let's take a peek at what mystery books we have that could be a fun time for spring. I'm feeling some what's the word? Not dark academia per se, but when it's at a school, I like reading that in the spring. That's kind of dark academia, but we'll take a peek. Let's look at the books. So I have a little stack to go over for a mystery / crime novel. So our first one, actually, let me go in the order that I picked these. That might make a little bit more sense, because right now it seems a little bit convoluted. So originally, my first pick was The Legacies. This one is by Jessica Goodman, and I absolutely love her stuff. She writes YA, mystery thrillers. Honestly, a lot of her stuff feels like the vibes that Pretty Little Liars should have given. And I feel that's why I like her stuff so much, is that it's rich people drama. It's teen girls having the craziest, wildest time. This one, I believe, is about a group of students called The Legacies, and one of them, do they get murdered or something? Okay, so scoring an invitation to the Legacy Club in New York City is more than an honor. It gives lifetime access to power and wealth beyond any prep school doors. Da da da. The night of the Legacy Ball is supposed to be the best night of these seniors' lives, a night of haute couture, endless champagne, and plenty of hushed gossip. Everyone expects the night of luxury and everyone expects a night of luxury and excess. No one expects their secrets to come out or for someone to die trying to keep them hidden. So yes, we have a group of students. One of them is slightly less privileged than the others, but they're all getting the same invitation to become part of the Legacy Club, and their secrets start getting revealed. Someone dies. That sounds like a good time to me. That sounds like I'm having fun. So this one was the one I originally was going for. But then I remembered last year when I went to Denver for a friend's wedding, I picked this up at one of their local like indie bookstores. It was recommended to me by one of their booksellers as like a really fun, good mystery. I'm pretty sure this one is about a girl who like does like serial killer tours, and her grandfather was like a serial killer. So she finds out that she's related to this killer that she's been giving tours for years, and now there's a copycat killer doing his like crimes all over again. So she becomes like the heart of their investigation. Yeah. So that one sounds fun. Like I said, I got it last spring and it gives like very spring vibes. It looks super spring. And also like San Francisco sounds like a fun spring place. So this one is a contender. These next two, a little more random, less planned. So in picking up this one, the serial killer's guide to San Francisco, and picking that one up, I remembered we have Dead of Summer. This one's set in summer though. So I was like, maybe not. And then in putting it back on the shelf, I accidentally tipped over the one by John Mars. And this one I know very little about, if I'm being completely honest. I'm pretty sure that it is about a DNA test that tells you who you're compatible with. The first line of this like synopsis is a simple DNA test is all it takes. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that they're like British, and one person gets matched with the like inventor, but another person's like matched with like a killer or something. Like it sounds kind of intense. So this one looks really fun and really cool. But I also feel like this one is giving spring, and this one is what I like to read in my mystery thrillers. So we have a lot of choices to make. I think I'm gonna go with the legacies though. Just because this is what I was already in the mood for and this is already what I was thinking about. It kind of makes sense just to lean into what I'm going to want to read instead of picking something out of my comfort zone in a genre that I already don't read a ton. So I think we're going with this one. We have book number 1 picked. Let's go ahead and roll for book number 2. 1 and 1. Purple cover. Okay, we like getting purple cover. I have a ton of these now. Did we get purple cover last time? I swear we did. Because I'm pretty sure I was torn between 2 F1 romances. I'm pretty sure I remember getting purple cover last time, but we'll take a peek at the shelves and see what purple covers I can find. So since we start the TBR with a mystery thriller, I wasn't super sure if I wanted to take this in a romantic-y fantasy direction or if I wanted to take it in a like regular contemporary romance direction. So we have options. So I know that this one was on the short list for last time we had purple cover, My Vampire Plus One. So this is still a contender. It still has a purple cover. Nothing's changed. I just haven't read it. But our next one is one that I picked up in my birthday book haul. It is Thrown in the Dark by A.K. Caggiano. And I just think this cover is so cute and so stunning. And I love a sprayed edge. I don't know a ton about this, but I do know that it is like Grumpy Sunshine. And like our FMC is like super bright, bubbly, cutesy. And she has to team up with like the dark bad guy. So this is an option. Our next 2 options are in the regular contemporary space. So the first one I know we had last time we got purple cover, and that is Off Track. This one is an F1 romance featuring a female F1 driver with like her, I guess, rival on the track. Seeing how that goes. Kind of cool, kind of fun, but I'm also currently reading an F1 romance, and I don't know if I want to do 2 back to back like that. We'll see. But because it is still technically February when I'm filming this, I do want to throw in one last hockey romance before the end of the winter. And I believe hockey season goes till March. Correct me if I'm wrong. I have no idea. I don't know anything about sports, like, period. But I'm pretty sure from the hockey romance books I've read, hockey season is like until like literally the start of spring. So I think I could have time to throw this one in. And I've already read Behind the Net, the first book in the series, and I absolutely adored it. But I didn't have a physical copy. I found them on Pango Books a couple of weeks ago and could not help myself. So I went ahead and ordered the like set of this series in the indie published version because I felt that they like looked nicer. So this is an option as well. And I think I'm actually going to go with this one. I don't know. Hockey romance just sounds like it would hit. I think I'm chasing the high of what a usual hockey romance gives me that I did not get with Heated Rivalry. So I'm hoping that this one hits. I think it'll be fun. And I'm pretty sure this one is, I can't remember if it's fake dating. Yes, it's fake dating. So they're trying to make her ex jealous, which we love. So yeah, we're going to go with the fake out. Next up, we are going to roll for our third pick. 1 and 2. Okay. 1 and 2. White on the cover. We do not get that one nearly enough. White on the cover. Okay, let's look at the shelves and see what we've got. White on the cover. I wanted to do fantasy, but then I was like, no, let's look for other white covers. I only found 2 that sounded very interesting, and they're both fantasy. So first one is we would continue the Plated Prisoner series. The next one that I have to read for that series is Glow, but Glow is pretty chunky. I'm scared. I'm very scared. I'm so intimidated. I loved Gleam. I loved how Gleam ended, but I don't know what else we have to say that's this much words, and we still have like 2 books left after that. But I do know my friend Liz will be very proud of me if I read Glow. So I might do it, just like get it off the list. We'll see. The other one that I have for white cover is Conform. So this one's by Ariel Sullivan. I got it in my birthday book haul from Barnes, half off. I know it's technically dystopian. It's technically like a dystopian romantic-y kind of thing, and I want to get back into dystopian. We are following our FMC who is torn between like this guy in the rebellion and a guy who I believe is like the prince or something. Yeah. Yeah, technologically advanced group called Ilum, who constantly monitor the population's health and mandate procreation contracts. But our bleak existence is shattered when for the first time in decades, an Ilium named Colin takes a mate, and it's her. We'll see. I don't know. I feel like this one's not that long, but it's the first book in a series. This one is very long, but it will get me closer to finishing a series I'm already in. So I think we're gonna go with Glow. We'll see how much I regret that. But I think Glow is a good pick overall. So let's roll for our fourth pick. 2 and 1. 2, 1. Cool, part of a series. So I didn't have to pick Glow right now. But you know what? We're just gonna finish more series this year. That was technically the goal. So I guess we're doing good if we have multiple books in a series on every TBR. Let me see if I have one on my priority TBR. I'm like looking at the pile over there. I'm pretty sure I have a couple that would be part of a series that I would be continuing, that it would be in my best interest to go ahead and continue. So, books in a series that are on my priority TBR. I had 2. Proud of myself. So, first one is The Hunting Moon. This one is the sequel to The Luminaries. She's a pretty skinny legend. I want to say this is like 300 pages. Might even be less. Yeah. Looks like we're clocking in at 286. So I might actually save this one for the next time that I have an under 300 page prompt, just because our other option is Sky Shade. And this one is the 3rd book in the Lightlark series. I believe there's 5 out right now. No, 4. Yes, this is 3. Crown Tide came out earlier this year. So I believe this is 3 of the 4 that are currently out right now. And I just really need to catch up. And I know I can catch up really quickly with this one, even if it's a little thicker. I still don't think it's that thick. Like maybe 380, maybe. Girl, right on the money. 379. No, 380, 381. Right on the money, 381. We're going to go with Sky Shade just because I feel like I can knock this out pretty quickly. It's YA. This font is huge in this book. 380 pages is going to fly once I get into it, I think. So we're going with Sky Shade. Okay, fingers crossed for prompt number 5. We get something that's not first and foremost in this like upper corner right here, but I also hope that we get something that is like super, super easy and like contemporary romance can fill, because I have a lot of big romantasy series in this TBR right now. 6 and 2. 6, 2, YA. I feel like I usually lean YA for fantasy just because like there is an extra level of a plot happening and I'm not just like creeping on 16-year-olds kissing. That feels illegal. But because I have so much fantasy going on in this TBR right now, I think I'm going to try and find something that is YA romance. I don't have a ton of it, is my only problem. Like, I feel like I am going to struggle to find some YA romance, but I would rather struggle to find YA romance, give myself the most fantasy heavy thing I can give myself. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I will get together a little list of YA books that I could potentially read. We're picking again from my Prairie TBR just because that was first and foremost easiest, but also because I am already like a little bit behind. I believe I've read 3 of my priority books going into March, and I should be doing like 2 a month. So hoping to course correct a little bit in March, maybe get 4. Like, no, well, not 4 in the month of March, but like maybe hit my like 6 by the end of March. So we have 2 YA books on the TBR, priority TBR, that I want to get done by the end of the year. First one is Hunting November. This one is the sequel to Killing November, about a girl who goes off to a boarding school and learns about this kind of like secret society she did not know existed. And then our next option is Tokyo Ever After. This one is about a girl who finds out that she is, I believe, like the princess of Japan. Yeah. Yeah, her father is actually like a prince of Japan. As fun as this one sounds and as cool as this is as a concept, I do think I'm feeling Hunting November. I don't know. This is giving, again, like that like rich people, teen girl killer drama that I am wanting. And I feel like I already have that with the legacies, but I want more of it. And we're going into the spring. Like I said, every spring I have my like weird thriller mystery kind of kick. And this one is not quite as thrillery and mysterious as I think the legacies is going to be. This one still has to do with like secret societies. And I still think that's really fun. So we're going to go with Hunting November. This spring TBR is so unspring. Like there's no spring. There's not a hint of spring happening. Spring has not even close to sprung. But let's roll for pick number 6. 6 and 1. Cartoon cover. Okay, there is hope for us yet. I think I can get a like standalone, like contemporary romance with cartoon cover. I think that'll be good. I have narrowed it down to a couple. First, I got thinking maybe I want like a werewolf romance, like not necessarily fantasy, but like modern day, and there's werewolves. So that's what we got to the fake mate. I also have been loving fake dating, but we do already have a fake dating, so that's something to factor in. But in this one, I believe they're both doctors and werewolves. So they pretend to be mates. That sounds right. So this is an option. Not our strongest contender, though. This one, however, might be our strongest contender. Cowboy Casual by Holly Renee. I have not read a cowboy romance in a hot minute. Like, I think we're at like 2 months since I've had a cowboy romance, and I'm missing it. I'm missing it a lot. And this cover is just so stinking cute. Like, you cannot, whoop, like, you cannot convince me that this isn't the most adorable cover you've ever seen in your life. And who doesn't love like a pink tinged cover? Like, it's so cute. I'm pretty sure this one is kind of like a second chance. Like, I'm pretty sure they knew each other before in like their small hometown and then she leaves and comes back. Yeah. Fresh off a busted engagement and hiding out in her grandmother's crumbling strawberry farm. Strawberry farm. That sounds so cute and so spring. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is our winner. But the other option was From My Prairie TBR, which makes me feel a little bit bad because she's been up twice now. The Love Wager. I thought about doing this one last month, didn't do it, but the cartoon for this one's pretty cute too. I do like these cartoon people. But I think based on what we already have on the TBR, I want Cowboy Casual. I think this is our pick. So that was book 6. Now let's do book 7. 2 and 5. 2, 5. Pet picks. We can do pet picks. Okay, fine. Let me decide a couple of books to have my pets pick between. I actually don't know where any of my pets are right now. Bixby was making a ruckus earlier, and I'm pretty sure he fell asleep. We might be able to bother Pippa if she's not watching. I put on fruit videos, like those baby interactive videos that you put on for your like baby. And it's just like dancing little jumping fruit. I put those on for my kiddos whenever I'm filming to distract them. So I'm pretty sure Opal and Pippa are both watching a fruit video right now, like as we speak. So let me get a short list of books together and see what we think. Be right back. As I'm sure you guys saw from the clip of Bixby picking out my book, he went with Her Soul to Take. A little dark romancy guy, huh? You're a dark romance boy? Yeah. You're so funny. Okay, perfect. I tried to pick books that were like a similar-ish vibe to what's currently on the TBR, but also not like too similar. So I went with, like a contemporary, a fantasy, and then some like middle ground. And he went with the middle ground. He couldn't pick between contemporary or fantasy. So cool, because that means we have another book from the prior TBR on this month's TBR. Now it's time to roll for our 8th and final prompt. 6 and 3. 6, 1, 2, 3. Priority TBR. I love the month of March. This is going so well. Let's look at the priority TBR, see what we have that's not already on the TBR, and see what we can add. In all honesty, I'm using this as my sign that the Love Wager should be on the TBR because I feel like I keep coming back to this one and then picking something else over it. And I feel like this is God being like, you dumbass, read that book. So, Love Wager is being added, and that means we're done picking our March TBR. Let's review all of the books that we've picked. So, the most recent one was from our prior TBR. So we picked The Love Wager by Lynn Painter. The ones that my pets picked, Bixby went with Her Soul to Take by Harley LaRue. The cartoon cover pick that we made was Cowboy Casual by Holly Renee. Our pick for a YA book is Hunting November. Our pick for continuing a series is Skyshade by Alex Astor. Our pick for a white cover is Glow by Raven Kennedy. Our pick for purple on the cover is The Fake Out by Stephanie Archer. And our first pick of the TBR, which feels like it was ages ago, was for a mystery/crime novel, and we went with The Legacies by Jessica Goodman. So we've got a good spread here. Let me arrange them a little better so we can take our cutesy little stack pick. Okay. I don't think I've had this wild or crazy of a TBR since I've started picking my TBR this way with my dice game. And this is great. Like, this goes beyond just having like a stacked TBR where there's like a ton of good book. This is like the biggest book I think I've ever seen, continuing 2, 3, 4, continuing 4 different series in 1 month. Like, this is crazy. This is like insane. I have a good variety. I think we have equal parts romance and fantasy, and then 2 thriller mysteries in there, which is more than I usually do. But I think that this is going to be a really great reading month. I'm hoping I get all of the priority books read. I think that's going to be my priority, is to get those ones sorted out first and finish those ones first, and then move on to this big chunker here that's not really like required of me. This one's also pretty chunky. I don't love the Bixby pick the chunkiest book I gave him, but oh well, he's a chunky little guy, so I don't know what I expected. But I'm super excited to read all these books. If you made it to the end of the video, comment the heart eye emoji, because I believe that is the emoji that the boy is sending on this cover. Yeah. If you look at his little text that he's sending, it's the heart eyes emoji. So send that one in the comments and let me know what you guys are looking forward to reading in the month of March. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Oh my God. Oh. Okay. So after taking a pick at after taking I do kind of want to throw in one last hockey romance before the end of the year. Not the end of the year. What am I saying? I I do want to throw in, words are hard. I found them on Fang. My chair keeps making noises and it's making me nervous. I don't want to break my chair. Next up, oh, the lighting is weird. But I think Glow, I'm going to talk to the camera. And I also think that this one will be, didn't I already say this was going to be a fast read? I'm like exhausted. I'm just now realizing I should sleep more. So let's go ahead and review what we've got so far. Not so far. The one that my pets picked, I'm going to not move my arm when I say that. I remember now. Post or comment, what are words?